It begins at 2 a.m. with a single encrypted memo that lands like a digital bomb inside a $14 million Montecito fortress. The laughter is coming back, but this time, it's not just a joke. It's a targeted demolition. The creators of South Park, Trey Parker and Matt Stone, are reportedly finished with a sequel, and their weapon of choice is the one thing Meghan Markle thought was sacred, her viral pregnancy video. Insiders whisper that Prince Harry is in a state of freefall, trapped in a cycle of dread and deja vu, realizing the first parody was just a warning shot. This next hit is designed to detonate their brand's very foundation: authenticity. What you are about to see is the anatomy of a modern media siege. A story of frantic legal calls that go nowhere, a PR war room operating on the verge of collapse, and a royal family that has reportedly issued a 2-word directive colder than a London winter: brace, no intervention. This is how 2 of the most famous people on the planet found themselves utterly powerless against a cartoon.
To understand the sheer panic currently gripping the Sussex camp, you must remember that the worldwide privacy tour was more than an episode of television. It was a cultural kill shot. It succeeded where tabloids and courtiers had failed. It distills years of complex criticism into a simple, brutal, and unforgettable punchline that permanently tattooed itself onto the cultural consciousness. But sources close to the couple say they believed the storm had passed. They were wrong. The whispers started where they always do, in the back channels of Hollywood, in animation guilds and private writers' group chats. Trey Parker and Matt Stone weren't just done, they were inspired. They had found what they considered the perfect storm of modern celebrity: Meghan's viral hospital room dance. A moment of supposed sincerity, meticulously staged and broadcast for maximum social media impact. For professional satirists, it wasn't just low-hanging fruit, it was a gold mine. Our sources have described a leaked storyboard from an early draft.
The working title is as savage as you'd expect: Respect Our Pregnancy. It reportedly opens on a mock Netflix set. A cartoon Meghan, bathed in the glow of ring lights, rehearses dance moves while an animated Harry hovers nervously, clipboard in hand, weakly suggesting more empowerment between takes. We're told the writers have even given Meghan's prosthetic bump a brutal nickname: the Pillow of Truth. Every time the cartoon version jiggles, a flashing subtitle appears: Scripted Moment. They aren't just parodying a video. They are executing a strategic demolition of the Sussex brand's core pillar: authenticity. The fear inside Montecito isn't just about being mocked. It's about a single hilarious episode convincing the world that their entire life is a performance. If that idea sticks, no amount of curated Instagram posts or heartfelt podcasts can ever undo the damage. The panic has transformed their serene compound into what one aide bleakly calls the war bunker. Monitors stream real-time sentiment charts from social media, analytics dashboards tracking mean velocity, and a 47-page Google Doc titled Potential Response Paths version 17. Every crisis meeting, we're told, begins with the same grim ritual. Harry arrives first, hoodie up, eyes bloodshot and glued to his phone. Meghan follows, jaw clenched, demanding updates. What does South Park have? How did it get it? And how bad is it really? Their Beverly Hills lawyer walks them through the brutal legal facts. Defamation? A non-starter. You can't sue someone for exaggerating a video you willingly posted yourself. UK privacy laws? Useless against a California-based production shielded by the First Amendment. The legal team's internal memo, which we had described to us, reportedly concludes with a devastatingly simple equation: fair use plus First Amendment equals fortress. When Meghan pressed on suing for emotional distress, the senior partner's reply was blunt: California juries worship comedians more than they do royalty. With legal avenues barricaded, the war room pivots to PR, where every door leads to another disaster. One faction pushes for the humility play, a preemptive morning show interview, laughing it off before pivoting to charity. But the skeptics warn that South Park's creators are masters of appropriation. They could lift any forced chuckle and loop it into the cartoon, making them look even more pathetic. The alternative strategy is the moral high ground. Condemn the episode as prenatal mockery and launch a #ParentsUnderPressure campaign, but the trolls would undoubtedly hijack it, renaming it #mocktivism.
The meeting freezes when a leaked storyboard frame appears on the projector. No one speaks. Meghan reportedly closes her laptop with a soft, final click. "Find something," she says, her voice low and tight, that doesn't make it worse. Desperate, their last hope was an appeal to the institution they fled. A quiet inquiry was made to Buckingham Palace. Could the king intervene? Perhaps a discreet word with Paramount to soften the tone. The response from London was, according to a palace insider, swift and colder than a January morning at Balmoral. A directive was reportedly sent back from the king's private secretary containing just 2 words: brace. No intervention. Our royal sources confirm the palace views this as a self-inflicted wound. If the Duke insists on selling his trauma, one aide reportedly scoffed, he'd better be prepared for caricature. Prince William's office holds an even sterner view. His private line, according to a senior aide, is simple. If Harry keeps feeding the beast will keep eating. The message is unanimous. The firm is not coming to the rescue. Harry is a general with no army, facing an enemy that cannot be reasoned with, sued, or shamed. And the fallout is no longer theoretical. The reputational and financial bleeding has already begun. We've learned that a major Invictus Games sponsor has requested its logo be moved to a less prominent position until sentiment stabilizes. A 7-figure grant for Harry's next mental health summit from a Silicon Valley donor has been frozen. Their Hollywood support system is also fracturing. One A-list director and friend told Harry flatly, "Trey and Matt are comedy untouchables. Trying to influence them is like tossing lighter fluid on a wildfire." Even their influencer allies are hedging, unwilling to step into the crossfire of a South Park meme war. The cost of association, as one agent put it, is up. The upside is flat. This siege is playing out in real time online. Social analytics firms have clocked over 100 million impressions tied to the rumored episode. #Bumpgate and #Pillow of Truth are gaining traction. TikTok creators are stitching themselves into fake behind-the-scenes clips, pretending to be Harry's assistants counting twerks. The organic reach has been pegged at the equivalent of a $7 million promo for South Park, not the Sussexes. Inside Montecito, the helplessness is the true horror. Harry reportedly paces the lawn at 3 a.m., mindfulness tracks looping in his ears as he tries to outrun the anxiety. This isn't just about a joke. It's about a carefully constructed brand teetering on the edge of permanent caricature. Every laugh erodes their credibility. Every meme chips away at their financial viability. Every moment of silence is interpreted as guilt. They are trapped in a feedback loop of public ridicule, and the episode hasn't even aired. The final script is locked, the animation is rendered, and the broadcast date is ticking closer. So now, the stage is set. A Colorado animation house versus a California compound. Free speech absolutists versus royal reputation managers. In just weeks, the public will decide. Is this another fleeting joke in our chaotic culture? Or is this the moment the Sussex brand, once so defiant, tilts permanently into a punchline? When the laughter fades, sponsors will check the data, the palace will maintain its icy distance, and Harry will wake up to whatever version of himself the internet has decided is canon. The final question isn't for them, it's for you. In a war against satire this savage, is there any winning move? Or is the only way to survive to accept that once you become the world's biggest story, you no longer get to control the punchline? Drop your verdict below, obliterate the like button, and subscribe, because when the episode drops, we'll be here to break down every frame of the fallout.